Good afternoon. My name is Juha Karhu, and I work at the Finnish Meteorological Institute, where I act as a project manager for the Climate Change Community Response Portal. The project is a national project concerning all Finland, and the partners that we have in the project are, well, Finnish Met Institute as the coordinating beneficiary, and then Finnish Environment Institute and Aalto University, and especially the Center for Urban and Regional Studies there. Our budget is about 2.5 million euros, where we get 1 million euro support from the Life Plus funding, and there we are in the information and communication basket. We started at the end of last year, and the project lasts until the end of next year. The starting point of our project is that there is a lot of information available at the internet, in the media, about climate change. But for the lay person, it is sometimes and very often difficult to grasp what information is reliable, what information there are out there from, for example, different projects, different research institutions, government expert agencies, and so on. Also, one starting point was that often different aspects of climate change are being treated separately. For example, mitigation is treated in one occasion, adaptation on one occasion, the scientific background of climate change in another. And there's a very little coherence between the language and the terminology. Well, not very little, but there's differences, and that is confusing for the lay person. So for these starting points, we came up with the concept of the portal. And we are producing a continuously improving research-based climate change information service that assists the society to mitigate and to adapt to climate change. It could be seen as a boundary service between the research community to the end user of the information in the other parts of the society. We have three main components in the portal. First of all, Climate Change Explained, which covers all the aspects of the climate change and unifies the terminology, for example, in the field. Then we have data and visualization and download facility, where the user can get localized information of climate change related data to their use in whatever application they want to use. And then we have a third part, which is a community response wizard, where all this information is being used in benefit of the local decision and planning in the communities. So with this tool, we guide the user to make use of the information that is available from the research-based, from the research community. So, Climate Change Explained, what is that? We are collecting the existing information from the research institutions, starting from the three participating institutes, and create a portal with user-friendly user interface and service. The core will be around 300 web articles that introduce the essential aspects of climate change to the users. Scientific background, the changing climate of Finland, then impacts of climate change, adaptation and mitigation issues. Then various other information types will complement these text articles. Definitions, animations, interactive learning tools, and so forth. Also, we will apply summaries of scientific articles so that the information will be updated after the release of the portal. Well, I also mentioned, I mentioned user-friendly service. What is that in practice? Just one example. Let's imagine this is a text about greenhouse gases. This is in Finnish, so many of you don't understand that. But there is, for example, this word here, vesihöyry. If a person does not know what it is, in ordinary case you would have to go somewhere to Google or to away from the website and to look for what does that mean. Well, we will create a glossary tool that will combine this explanatory information to the website itself, and then you get the explanation of the for example the scientific word. What does it mean, and what's the context of that? You don't have to leave the website and to go somewhere else. Then data visualization and download. 4 different types of climate change related data will be presented. Climate observations, the present and the past climate. Then climate projections. What will happen in the Finnish climate in the future under different scenarios or based on different models. Then also observations of climate change impacts. So how has the climate change changed, or how has it impacted Finnish nature or Finnish nature environment so far? And then the modeled impacts. What do the impact models say about what will happen in the Finnish nature in the future? And to do that, we have created a demo for displaying this data under one single user interface, so that the user would not have to learn different types of user interfaces to access different kind of data. So we have geographical distribution of the effects, impacts, or the climate change, and then also we have the timeline. How is it expected to change in the future? And also through this tool, we want to grasp the nature or the uncertain nature of the climate change information, to be able to compare between the different projections and different scenarios easily in the visualization tool. Then the last part of the 3 parts, community response wizard. The portal makes use of a risk framework and integrated environmental management system approaches to assist the planners and decision makers to make use of this information. And there will be several tools within the wizard to help to do this. Action plans, best practices, and so on. And we do realize that this issue, how to make decisions in practice, you cannot rely only on internet-based information. So we don't try to replace live dialogue, but to facilitate it. And we have been consulting the Finnish communities to come up with categories of information that will fit to their work structure and workflow, the decision-making and management structure that they have, and try to apply the information using this. There will be a first pilot version released this May, and the second important pilot version next December, and the portal will be released in August 2011.